Has now started. You may proceed.
Okay, so we are going live and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for taking time to join this afternoon for the 54th AGM of Aries Agro Limited. The meeting has just started and I now request Dr. Rahul Michandani, the chairman and managing director of the company, to start the proceedings.
Dear members, good afternoon. I welcome and thank all of you for joining this 54th annual general meeting of your company. I sincerely hope that all of you are in good health. As the company secretary informs me that 37 members have already logged in and it constitutes the quorum. I hence declare this meeting to order. As allowed by the government, this meeting is being allowed through the audiovisual medium of the Central Depository Services Limited in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Since the meeting is being conducted virtually without the presence of members in person, the proxy facility is not necessitated and accordingly it has not been provided. Also, in order to maintain the continuity of the meeting due to any technical errors faced, I hereby, with the consent of all other directors, request Professor RSS Mani to act as the alternate chairman of this meeting. May the directors please give their consent.
Please proceed.
I'm okay.
I'm also okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you. With the permission of the members present, may I take the notice of the AGM as read? All of you may have received the annual report electronically, which includes the auditor's report, the statutory auditor of the company, Messrs. Kirti D. Shah and Associates, and the secretarial auditor, Mr. A. Shekhar, company secretaries, have submitted their respective reports for the financial year 31st March 2024, and there are no qualifications, reservations, or adverse remarks in their respective reports. With your permission, I take the same as read. The board's report, auditor's report, financial statements, standalone and consolidated, are available from page numbers 19 to 298, and the secretarial auditor's report in form MR3 is in pages 36 to 37 of the annual report. I would now request all directors and the company secretary attending this meeting to introduce themselves and also confirm the location from where they are attending the meeting. I'll begin myself. I am Dr. Rahul Mechandani, the chairman and managing director of the company and the chairman of the CSR committee, attending this meeting from the registered office of the company in Mumbai, India. Professor Mani, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Professor Mani attending this meeting from Canada. I happen to be an independent director and also chairman of the NRC. Thank you.
Bala, over to you.
Good afternoon. This is Bala Iyer here. Bala Subramaniam Iyer here. I'm an independent director and I'm joining in for the first time in this meeting. Joining in here from Navi Mumbai.
Nitya.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nitya Meerchandani. I'm a non-executive, non-independent director joining this meeting virtually from Mumbai.
Rupal.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Nupang Zolakya. I'm independent director of the company and also chairperson of audit committee and member of and stakeholder relationship committee. I am joining in this meeting from New Delhi, India. Thank you, everyone.
Shalesh.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Shalesh Khan, the newly appointed independent director on the board, and I'm attending the meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
So Dr. Jimmy Mirchandani, it seems, is not there. He was unwell, so we will seek his leave of absence. And I am the company secretary, Keshav G, and the compliance officer of the company, joining this meeting from the registered office of the company, Mumbai.
As was mentioned, Dr. Jimmy Mechandani has not been unable to join the meeting due to his health reasons. Apart from the board members and the company secretary, we also have the statutory auditor, Mr. Kirti D. Shah, and the secretarial auditor, Mr. A. Shekhar, who are present at the meeting. I'd like to welcome them to this meeting as well. Introduce yourself.
I am Kirti Shah, statutory auditor of the company. I represent Kirti D. Shah and Associates from Mumbai.
We also have here in the boardroom Ms. Chaya Warrior, who is the Senior VP and also undertaking the role of the CFO. Chaya, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Chaya Ashok Warrior. I'm the Senior VP. I'm attending from the registered office.
We also have with us Ms. Shalesh Bhaskar, Practicing Company Secretary, who is appointed as a scrutinizer for remote e-voting and e-voting to be conducted at the end of this annual general meeting. Now, as regards the participation and voting at the meeting, I request the Company Secretary to provide the general instructions to the members regarding participation and voting at this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Dear members, facility to join this 54th annual general meeting through audio-visual medium is being made available to the members on first come first serve basis. First come first serve basis only pursuant to MCA circulars. All members who have joined this meeting are by default kept on mute and their videos are turned off by the host to avoid any disturbances arising from background noise in order to ensure smooth conduct of this meeting. Once the question answer session begins, the names of the members who have registered themselves as speakers will be announced. Thereafter, microphone speaking facility for such shareholder will be unmuted by the host. Once the speaker is unmuted, she is requested to turn on the video button and start speaking after mentioning the name, folio number and location from where she is joining the meeting. If she is unable to join through video for any reason, the speaker may continue speaking through audio mode. If there is connectivity problem at speaker's end, we will request the next speaker to join. Once normal connectivity is restored, the earlier speaker will be requested to speak after other pre-registered speakers complete their turn. We would request speaker member to keep their question brief and specific to the business of the meeting and to limit their speech up to 2 minutes so other members have a fair chance to speak. Members who need an assistance during AGM or have any queries or issues regarding e-voting are requested to refer to the frequently asked questions and e-voting manual available at www.evotingindia.com, the help section, or write an email to this.evoting@kslindia.com or call 1-800-09911. The register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholdings and register of contracts or arrangements in which directors are interested are available for inspection. Regarding voting at this meeting, there will not be any voting by show of hands and there is no need to propose and second the resolution set forth in the notice. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013 and related rules, all the members of the company have been given the opportunity to cast their votes by way of remote e-voting. The cutoff date for the same was Monday, 16th September 2024, and the voting window was open from Thursday, 19th September 2024 from 9 a.m. IST to Sunday, 22nd September 2024 up to 5 p.m. IST. The persons who are members as on cutoff date can only cast their votes. Members who have not cast their votes by remote e-voting can cast the votes at AGM. Those members who have cast their votes using remote e-voting can participate at meeting but cannot vote again at the AGM. Voting window is open during the meeting and will also be available for another 15 minutes after closure of the meeting. Thank you and request the chairman to conduct the proceedings of the AGM.
Thank you very much, Keshav, for the updates. I shall now share my views on the performance of the company during the financial year ended 31st March 2024 and its future plans. Good evening and welcome to the 54th annual general meeting of your company. I take this opportunity to thank you all for making it convenient to attend this meeting. The annual report, including the audited accounts for the company for the year ended 31st of March 2024, has been with you for some time. With your consent, I shall take it as read. The year 2023-24 was another landmark year in the history of Aries. There was consistent demand for specialty nutrients during the year with almost normal crop and climatic conditions. Let me now review your company's performance for the financial year under review. With the collective support of the staff and the Aries customers, the company's gross revenue increased from 609.97 crores to 664.03 crores, which was 8.86% on a standalone basis. International sales have shown a significant growth from the Aries branch in Fujairah and also from our associate company, Amarak Chemicals FZC in the UAE. During the year under review, rainfall in the country was 94% of its long period average. Overall, the season was erratic, with some areas experiencing excess and others facing deficient rainfall. Capacity utilization of your company currently stands at 72.61% of the total installed capacity of 95,400 metric tons per annum in India. The manufacturing unit in Fujairah has produced 6,184 tons of sulfur bentonite and other value-added sulfur products for sale in India and globally. Cost control has been embedded into our routine at Aries through training and incentive programs, making it an integral part of our operation. With proactive inventory management, frequent rebalancing of market schemes, and further improvement of working capital management, the usage of bank funds declined, resulting in a 4.95% interest cost savings. This resulted in an overall improvement in profitability from 29.36 crores to 31.81 crores, showing a growth of 7.8% on a PAT basis. The annual booking bazaars led to bookings worth 739.95 crores, and conversion of these bookings along with routine orders resulted in total revenue of 664.03 crores during the financial year 23-24, reflecting an 8.86% increase from the previous financial year. Market requirements identified the need for certain new products. Hence, we introduced Major Sol for chilies and spices, millets and beetle wine, and also Aries Pro in certain parts of the country. These products added to the range of specially designed crop-specific Aries grades notified under the Gazette of India, as well as the requirements of horticultural markets. Made in India initiatives. Aries is progressively reducing its import dependence. You will be very happy to note that the import of raw materials has been reduced from 52% in financial year 2010-11 to just 28% in financial year 23-24. The most successful import substitution initiative was the manufacture of Aries HD range, reducing our dependence on water-soluble fertilizer imports from China. The high-density range has shown good growth, and the Aries NPK HD range was recognized with a National Excellence Award for 2024 as one of the most admired agricultural innovations for the year 2024 by the country. Aries everywhere. Aries took center stage at the G20 Young Entrepreneur Alliance Summit in New Delhi in July 2023. The theme of the event was Agri-Tech, growth in agriculture with professionalism, value creation, and technology. We showcased our innovations to 550 businesses from 20 countries at the G20 Summit as part of the G20 and B20 official events during India's G20 presidency. Aries and the Indian Microfertilizer Manufacturers Association partnered once again for the G20 India Agri-Tech Summit in New Delhi, which was addressed by Mr. Amitabh Kant, the G20 Sherpa for India. Panel discussions were conducted on transforming agriculture through technological synergies. Aries presented best practices at the Global Micronutrient Summit organized by the International Zinc Association in association with the Fertilizer Association of India in October 2023 in New Delhi. The summit convened leading experts, policymakers, and industry leaders to address the critical issues of micronutrient deficiencies in soil, crops, and human health. We were also invited to be on the board of the International Zinc Association in London. To deepen our relationships with all major fertilizer industry players, Aries had over 30 plus interactions at the FAI B2B meet held in New Delhi in December 2023. We once again had the privilege to constructively lead the specialty plant nutrition industry having the presidency and hosting the Indian Microfertilizer Manufacturers Association's 4th flagship summit in Mumbai, teamed under the Enabling Innovation through Agri-Tech and Policy Dialogues. A blockbuster panel of experts, including industry, government of India and state government authorities, as well as innovators, discussed policies that will serve as catalysts for agri-tech adoption, liberalized licensing, export promotion, and rural digital infrastructure development. Aries participated in the 18th edition of the flagship event of the PMFAI's International Crop Science Conference and Exhibition, which took place in Dubai on 8th and 9th of February 2024. This trading platform facilitated the establishment of relationships from within the agrochemicals, agricultural, biological products, and allied industries. The Aries International Business Team attended the China International Agrochemical Conference, the CAC Week in March 2024, which is the world's largest international forum to identify B2B opportunities for bulk sale and purchase of products from China. We also visited a few world-class factories during this visit. Aries social media channels have scaled up significantly due to rapid digitization. Agromax, our very own YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook feeds were continuously updated with stories of real people within the Aries network who have created excellence. Aries Fasal Sabhas built a weekly knowledge-sharing platform for discussions on select crops, where technical aspects of the company's products were communicated digitally. A series of 72 Fasal Sabhas were conducted online, and issues on various crops were addressed. Currently, we have a collective audience reach of 4,30,450 people on our social media channels. Sahi Chuno campaign and lucky draw contest was also held throughout the country during the local elections and the state and the national elections. Recognitions. This was a year of phenomenal recognitions for Aries. We were honored with the Asian Business Leadership Award for the Best Rural Marketing Strategy. This award honors excellence and dedication and was also part of our 55th Emerald Jubilee event. We were also given the Sustainable Agriculture Award in August 2024 under the category Safe Agriculture Innovators for our innovations in chelation technology and outstanding contributions to sustainable agriculture. Aries received proudly the National Excellence Award in July 24 as the most admired agri-innovation company for our NPK high-density range. We were also honored with the Agriculture Leadership Award for our leadership in making Aries Agro one of the most admired crop care solution companies in the country. Very proudly and significantly, Aries received the Finance Transformation Initiative of the Year Award for the transformation that we have done in our collections, payments, and digital banking processes. For a rural marketing company, this is of tremendous significance. We also received the MILT Excellence Award for Best Incentive Program to an International Destination with the MICE India and Luxury Travel Congress for our International Chairman's Club meet that took place in Dubai this year. The Agriculture Business Summit and Awards also awarded us as the Company of the Year under the Plant Nutrition category, and we were also awarded for our excellence by Brand Arcom for our digital marketing initiatives. Aries adopted some of the best cash management services and was awarded as the best technology adopter by HDFC Bank Limited for 100% online transactions in the agribusiness sector. Again, an accolade worth mentioning. The National Business Excellence Award for 2023 was also provided to us as the Best Agriculture Company, and we were very proud to receive the Asia's Best Employer Award in August 23 as a dream company to work for, and also Asia's Best CSR Practices Award for Best Overall Excellence for our corporate social responsibility initiatives. It is also significant that for 19 consecutive years, our Aries quality management system was audited and certified as ISO 9001 compliant with a zero non-compliance report, showing complete adherence to international quality standards. We also have a seat today on the Bureau of Indian Standards, Soil Quality and Fertilizer Sectional Committee in our capacity as the President of the Indian Microfertilizer Manufacturers Association. It is also a privilege that we were re-elected for a second consecutive term for the presidency of IMA. Promoting diversity. Aries as a company prides itself as an organization which has a very unique work culture, a highly driven and motivated team, as well as a deeply institutionalized reward structure for high-performing employees. This culture of excellence has been built through decades of people-centric policies, which have manifested in some of the unique features of the Aries team. Today, we have a team of 1,123 highly qualified and driven employees functioning in 26 states of India and in the United Arab Emirates. We have very, very low employee turnover, and more than 68% of our team is under 40 years of age. Workplace diversity, with 73% of our employees coming from small towns and villages, and also a very, very healthy gender balance with 42% women at our employed in our Mumbai head office, 40% at our Pasha Mailaram factory in Hyderabad, and 33% of our Chhatral factory in Ahmedabad, and also 5 women-led departments at our head office. Aries Agro Limited celebrated our 55th Emerald Jubilee this year. This was a showcase of innovation and excellence. Aries Agro celebrated this Jubilee at the SIDCO Convention Center in Vashi in Navi Mumbai on the April 19th, 2024. The event marked a momentous occasion for the company to bring together over 2,500 guests, including farmers, top Aries distributors, dealers, agripreneurs, global and domestic suppliers, and other stakeholders from the plant nutrition industry. This event showcased not only Aries' 55-year rich legacy, but also what we have to offer in the near future to our customers. Over a dozen exhibits demonstrated Aries' innovations and upcoming product launches planned for the next few years to the Indian farmers. For excellence and dedication demonstrated at the 55th Emerald Jubilee event, this was prominently featured, the rural community at the center of our entire ecosystem. As a result, Aries was honored with the Asian Business Leadership Gold Award for the Best Rural Marketing Strategy for Events. Out of the 220 entries from 5 countries, our Emerald Jubilee event stood out for its exceptional creativity and showcase of innovation, setting new standards in rural marketing. Corporate social responsibility. Aries continues its tradition of carrying out a range of activities that spread knowledge and adoption of farming best practices in the markets that Aries functions. During the year under review, knowledge dissemination activities, including farmers' meetings, were undertaken impacting almost 14,23,000 farmers, conducted by teams of our extension and sales officials spread across 26 states of India. The unique feature of these events have been that they had participation on a common intellectual platform from top government officials, opinion leaders, academia, research scholars, scientists, agribusiness students, and farmers from across all states. Additionally, the company organized various sessions with key agricultural stakeholders to advance world-class farmer education and training programs. Aries views the dissemination of knowledge as a crucial component of its commitment to societal development and nation building. This year, we expanded our network by establishing an additional call centers for our farmers in Orissa, complementing our existing centers located in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. These centers are integral to our strategy for supporting the agricultural sector and are operated in close partnership with agricultural experts. Each center functions as a crucial hub for the dissemination of essential agricultural information, facilitated by a team of 21 call center executives. Our impact assessment reveals that through this effort, a total of 118,932 farmers benefited from the expert guidance and support of our team. We marked our 54th Foundation Day with Annadanam, now a central element of our annual celebrations. This tradition helps us maintain our commitment to giving back, touching lives, and bringing joy to those in need. Our Foundation Day was not only a time for reflection and celebration, but also a chance to positively impact the lives of the less fortunate. Annadanam was carried out at 50 locations in India with over 10,500 beneficiaries. We have initiated providing infrastructure support to address specific needs of local farmers. This initiative is aimed to support farmers in their daily operations and enhance their productivity. This year, we provided mini tractor trolleys in Gujarat. In addition, we collaborated with temples in Trichy and Tamil Nadu for providing water purifiers, focusing on the improvement of access to clean drinking water. Provided medical services and health-related support. Aries provided this to underprivileged communities through partnerships with local healthcare providers, including regular health checkup camps, which provided ongoing medical evaluations and immediate care to the community. Additionally, medical audits were conducted to review and assess the quality and impact of service provided. It revealed that a total of 4,254 individuals benefited from the support, underscoring the substantial reach and positive contribution to community health by our CSR initiatives. The company also provided fees and scholarships to students in addition to a series of awards to meritorious students in Mumbai and across the country. Our outlook for 24-25. The year 24-25 is the 55th Emerald Jubilee year of Aries' operations. A favorable projection of monsoons due to the transition to the La Nina phenomenon indicates positive future trend for the agribusiness industry. After an erratic monsoon year, the company is geared to address the high demand scenario by adding to automation, warehousing, and taking steps for a more stringent inventory control. We shall continue to promote climate-proof products and expansion in our range of plant protection products during the current financial year. The annual bookings for 24-25 financial year was conducted online with participation from 1,555 dealers from 26 states who used the Aries booking application and have placed their bookings for almost 835 crores of products to be lifted during financial year 24-25. This is expected to achieve a gross revenue of approximately 800 crores during financial year 2024-25. Through our products and our passion, Aries continually demonstrates that it is a responsible corporate citizen working hard to retain the delicate balance of nature and the development of communities in where we work and grow. Your company's new initiatives could not have come about without the active involvement and support of every single staff member. Our staff is aware of the challenges and has fully embraced the company's principles. The customers have been extending their patronage, and we are confident of their support for the coming financial year also. The Board of Directors place on record the appreciation and continued support and guidance received from the Government of India, the Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, and other regulatory authorities, various financial institutions, banks, and correspondents in India and abroad. Before I conclude, I would like to thank the shareholders once again for today's turnout and for their interest in the company. I would also like to thank each one of you personally for your confidence in Aries. Together, we shall ensure that your company grows further in the years ahead. Thank you very much. I now open the floor for members who have registered themselves as speakers to pose their questions. Members may note, in order to avoid repetition, all questions shall be answered once the pre-registered members have spoken and all questions have been put before the meeting. I request the company secretary to facilitate the questions from the members.
Vipin,
Yes, sir.
can you please?
Yes, sir. Just to bring to your attention, out of 9 registered speakers, only 3 seem to be attending right now. So I'll take those 3 and we will do a double check on about the others.
We can start from number 1 and then let them be absent. Let us call their names.
So Mr. Kishore Ratilal, he is not available as of now.
Okay.
Then Mr. Naresh Ratilal, he is also not available right now. Next we go to Lekha Satish Shah. She is not available. Next it is Satish Shah, also not available. Then Mr. Rajendra Jamnadas, also not available. We then come to Mr. Reddappa Gundluru, who is available. Just hold on a sec, sir. Yeah. Mr. Reddappa, you may speak now, please. Unmute and speak up.
Sir, I'm available, sir. I'm waiting,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. Please go ahead.
Sir, I'm audible and visible, sir.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, Managing Director, and my non-independent directors, Company Secretary, and my fellow shareholders of this video conference, Aries Agro. Good evening, sir. Namaste. Sabko namaste, sir. Sir, this is myself, Reddappa Gundluru. I'm attending this VC meeting from Hyderabad. I'm a financial advisor, stock market research analyst, and also the business partner, stock broker with the Motilal Oswal. So my career started with the small employee. Now I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm very happy and proud shareholder of this Aries Agro because you are very passionate to serving the society with this agro products. Wonderful. And also, I actually received the annual report. I requested to the company secretary. I received well in advance. I gone through the annual report. Information, figures, pictures are very wonderful, sir. A balance sheet may pictures are speaking, the action speaking, everything right place. And also, I found there is a corporate governance is maintaining by my company, very wonderful. Transparency, ethically, good manner, overall integrity is a world class number one. Keep it up, sir. Financially, yes, sir, we are going wonderful, sir. Your speech is covered a lot of things. Starting में इतना passionately आप presentation दिया है, दूसरा कंपनी में ऐसा देखा नहीं सर. ये देखने के बाद है ना, मेरे को पूछने को कुछ भी नहीं मिला. तो पैशनेटली सर्व कर रहे हैं सर. बैलेंस शीट में ईच एंड पेज में हर एक इंफॉर्मेशन आप दिया है. वास्ट वाइड रेंज ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स आप दिया है. वंडरफुल सर. So special thanks to all our KMPs, company secretary, CFO for maintaining the governance and also the annual report preparation करने में उनका रोल बहुत इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट होता है. इसलिए उनको मेरे तरफ से, शेयर तरफ से धन्यवाद, शुभकामनाएं सर. Sir, here my question is, sir, what is your future plans 2 to 5 years? CapEx roadmap. First question. Second question is, sir, before question, I wanted to appreciate. Debt free, sir. कर्जा नहीं है, loans नहीं है, interest paying की जरूरत नहीं है. Disciplinely आप wealth create कर रहे हैं. इसलिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद once again. Congratulations. And also, I would like to thank you for the profit growth. CAGR is a wonderful, highly achievement. बहुत अच्छा है, sir. Consistent CAGR growth, बहुत अच्छा है profit growth, sir. So, here my question is, sir, vision के बारे में बताइए. और सर प्रॉफिट आ रहा है सर, लेकिन डिविडेंड के बारे में आप बताइए सर, कमेंट कीजिए. I know that you need some the money for expansion और थोड़ा चाहिए, लेकिन as an investor, as a part of the we expect the dividend also, no? So please comment on this dividend part. And also return of equity is very something a little bit low, sir. So what is your plan to increase the ROEs? So this is couple of my my views. It's not a question also, it's a views. So please comment on this. Apart from this, I don't have any financial queries in balance sheet and also other expenditure. Everything is fine. Everything is crystal clear. I support all the resolutions, sir. I have already EOD has been done. I support all the resolutions. There is no questions from the balance sheet financially. So I would like to thank company secretary for sending the annual report well in advance, sending the VC link well in advance. And Chairman, sir, I'm concluding under your leadership. with support of all the board of directors, definitely will achieve many more higher awards in coming financial years under your leadership, sir. सर आपके लीडरशिप में एक सिंगल का ब्लैक फ्लैग में नहीं है, बहुत अच्छा आप काम कर रहे हो सर। क्योंकि देश के लिए ये फार्मर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वो फार्मर को हमारा सपोर्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। आपको देश के ग्रोथ के लिए आप काम कर रहे हैं और हमारा फार्मर के हित में आप काम कर रहे हैं, इसलिए हमारा सपोर्ट और गॉड का ब्लेसिंग आपको रहना चाहिए। विल प्रे फॉर योर एंटायर बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर फॉर द गुड ग्रोथ कमिंग फॉरवर्ड। So I wish once again the good health to you, happiness to you, peace to you, entire board of directors and my hardworking employees, sir. Whenever I'll get chance, I'll definitely meet you, sir. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Hyderabad.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Gundluru.
Thank you. We will take all the questions and I'll answer your queries thereafter.
Yeah, Vipin, next person.
Yes, sir. Next person on the list who is present is Mr. Abishek J. So I'll just.
Abhishek, please unmute yourself and.
Yeah. Mr. Abhishek, please unmute yourself and switch on your video.
So can you hear me, sir? Am I audible? First of all, I congratulate the management. Focus late bottom, sir. I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meetings. I trust all is well with you and your family. In this challenging situation, a company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest brand in the respective sector. The as of date, how many employees are there in the company? What are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? So then myself and my team are running a legal firm in the name and style of Seven Wells Associates. So I would request the management kindly enroll the firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend our services. So kindly try to consider, sir. And I would request the management to kindly consider hybrid AGMs in the years to come, because most of the senior citizens are not able to join because of the digital challenges in this virtual platform. So if we can consider hybrid AGMs in the years to come, more number of shareholders can join in the meeting. You can get the valuable points, suggestions, and ideas that will be helpful for the management to empower in future. So then in the CDS and NSGL platform, where we exercise our e-voting and where we get access to the annual general body meeting as well, that's supposed to update a link for the inspection of documents that like register of members, register of KMP, and register of contracts, if any. But unfortunately, it is not provided. So we can provide the same. The shareholders can very well inspect these documents online itself, and they may not reach out to you at a later stage seeking for all these documents. So then overall, we can see that the company's performance has grown up, and we are really glad that the company has outperformed, and you are in a better position to reward the minority shareholders with a constant dividend. We are really thankful to the entire board of directors for their sincere efforts in bringing the company to this particular extent and rewarding the minority shareholders in large numbers. Sir, we city people are known for hard work, dedication, sincerity, and the same the management Aries Agro has proved by rewarding the shareholders gradually and on a regular basis. So I would also request the management to kindly consider a planned visit for the investor fraternity as and when it is feasible. Sir, I would also request you to kindly send some of your product samples to the shareholders who have participated and joined this virtual conference. And nothing much to ask, sir. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. Hope to see you in the hybrid AGM next year. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. The next speaker on the line is Mr. Keshav Garg. Just allow me a second. Yeah. Mr. Keshav Garg, you may please unmute your microphone and camera and speak up.
Sir, I hope my voice is audible.
Keshav,
Yes, Keshav, go ahead.
Sir, so I have already sent my list of questions. So if it is in front of you, then I will not waste everyone's time by repeating the same questions.
I have the questions with me, yes.
So I'll just repeat the major questions. So first thing is the discounts that, sir, last year also you alluded to the same matter. So now the concern is that this is constantly increasing, not only in absolute terms, but as a percentage of revenue from less than 8% in FY14, it rose to 17% by FY18 and then 21% in FY22 and now 23.5%. So I'm yet to see another company which is giving such almost a quarter of its sales. It is giving as rebate and discount, and it is constantly increasing. That is the major worry. Now, sir, the second worry is, sir, so basically, does it show the declining brand equity or utility or attractiveness of our products to the farmers that we have to we have to discount them to such a large extent? Now, sir, the second concerning issue is our interest cost. So, although the company has delivered, and sir, many congratulations for you. But sir, our interest costs doesn't seem to go down. Sir, in our debt has halved from FY20 from 150 to 74 crore last year, but the interest cost has fallen only by 15% from 26 crore to 22%. So I'm unable to understand that how come on 70 crore of net debt we are paying 22 crore of interest cost. And sir, going forward in current year, what is the interest cost expected to be? Now, sir, again, our revenue from our subsidiaries have shrunk from 70 crore in FY15 to 8.8 crore in FY24. Now, sir, if I remember correctly, last year you had told us to expect around 9,000 tons and 20 crore revenue with 8 to 10% profit margin, but I think we have missed this guidance. So for this year, what is the expectation now? Sir, also our installed capacity seems to have come down from 1.55 lakh ton per annum in FY14 on consolidated basis to 95,000 tons. I don't understand how this is going in the wrong direction. Now, sir, now the third major point of concern is, sir, the money that is stuck with our subsidiary, which is Golden Harvest Middle East. It is around 104 crores, and it has again this amount has constantly increased from 12 crore in FY from 9 crore in FY15 to 56 crore in FY18 to 99 crore in FY20. But thankfully last year it did reduce from 109 to 104 crores. Now, sir, now this money seems to have been invested in Amarak, which is our associate, basically from which money in the form of share application money and advances is stuck to the tune of 131 crores. So I'm unable to understand that where exactly is this money stuck, and for how long is this money stuck, and is there any plan to get this money back? Sir, on one hand we are paying interest cost through our nose, and on the other hand this money is stuck, and sir, I don't think anything is happening. This is just not reducing. So either why don't you either get it back or just write it off, because the shareholders at least will get the clear picture of the company's affairs if this money is written off. Because if we are not getting it back, then just write it off or get it back. Now, sir, again, if we see, sir, again, our receivables have been coming down, working capital has been coming down. So thank you and many congratulations to you for that, sir. But our contingent liability is increasing on account of taxes from 49 crore year before it increased to 63 crore. So I hope we don't end up paying up this money. Now, sir, if we see on a consolidated basis, our profit 10 years back was 19 crore and last year it was 18 crore on consolidated basis. Now, sir, this is not even adjusting for inflation. If you adjust for inflation in the past 10 years, our profit is actually a third of what it was 10 years back. Now, sir, same thing you can see if you see our stock price. Way back in 2008, it was at 250 rupees. In 2017 also it was 250 rupees, and today also it is 274 rupees. So basically shareholders have got nothing at all. In the past, I don't know how many years, in the past, something like almost 16 years have gone by. I'm not even adjusting for inflation, but the shareholders, the state of affairs is really worrisome for the shareholders. Now, sir, just one last thing, sir, the dividend again, it is a worrisome trend of dividend that in 2018, 6 years back, company paid 2.3 rupees, and now company is paying 1 rupee dividend. And again, forget about the inflation. And so company bought new cars worth 3 crore last year, and the dividend amount which was paid was 1.3 crore. So that in a nutshell sums up the affairs of this company. So we are very worried about the company. So please tell us that what is in store for your shareholders going forward. Sir, I wish the best of luck to you and your team. And sir, may God bless this company. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is there.
Yes, sir. The last person on the list is Mr. Manoj Bagadia. He is also not present. The earlier speakers also are not present yet.
None of them have come back.
No, sir. None of them are present.
Once again, one by one.
Yeah. Mr. Kishore Ratilal, Mr. Naresh Ratilal, Lekha Satish Shah, Rajendra Jamnadas Shet, and Manoj Bagadia. These people are not available, sir. All the other speakers have spoken.
Okay, so none of them are present, so we can now move on.
Yeah, so I'm going to now, therefore, since there are no other speakers present, I shall answer the queries that I have listed of all the speakers who have voiced their views, opinions, suggestions, and feedback. First of all, thank you very much for very, very constructive and very detailed set of questions. I would like to answer them one by one, and I assume that we will be able to satisfy all the queries during this meeting. So first of all, Mr. Redappa, I think thank you very much for your very positive comments. I think as far as the company is concerned, we have excelled in what we do in terms of product and market development. And in terms of the future plans question that you had two questions, one is on future plans and the other on CAPEX. So in terms of future plans, what we are looking at is that, of course, I can't make specific forward-looking statements, but you will see that the growth trends that we have made in the past, there is no reason why these growth trends cannot be sustained in terms of revenue growth. You will see that our revenue in the last 5 years, and this also answers queries of the last speaker. In the last 5 years, we have grown by 79%. So when we grow by 79%, and that is kind of an increase of growth in the last 5 years. So therefore, this kind of a growth rate, which averages about year-on-year CAGR of about 10 to 12%, should not be beyond anyone's, any sort of understanding or achievement. So I think this is something that we can most certainly achieve. In terms of CAPEX, we do have installed capacities, which are right now at about 72% of our utilization. As was mentioned, I think I mentioned a few previous AGMs as well, that considering that our lines are used for multiple product lines, it's impossible to achieve 100%, 99, 90, 100% utilization because there's a lot of changeover time between products. So therefore, we are at a stage now where levels of automation are being increased. And this year, we are looking at a good amount of CAPEX of about 10 to 12 crores on automation. And we also have our new units at Saika, which are currently being constructed. And this needs another investment of about 22 to 23 crores from our side. So that is the kind of CAPEX that we believe is required for the immediate future. And of course, in terms of long-term capex, we will get back to those plans, but this will kind of take us through for the next few years. In terms of debt reduction, I think all the three speakers have sort of identified that. That has been one of our biggest focus areas, is how to reduce our dependence on bank debt, and of course, correspondingly, increase the kind of returns that we are able to provide. In terms of return on capital employed, it has gone up from about 14.7% 5 years ago to about 16.6% today. So there is an increase in terms of ROCE. We also have a fairly stable ROE of about 9.18%. So the ROCE and ROE has been stable, ROCE has been increasing, and this will definitely be a positive sign to people who are investing in the company. In terms of dividend, we have had a conservative dividend policy, considering that we are growing by using our internal accruals. As you will see, our company has grown 80% in 5 years, but has correspondingly reduced its debt, from a 0.94 debt equity to a 0.2 debt equity. Now, this reduction in debt has come because we have used internal accruals in order to grow, and therefore conserving any sort of money that we earn internally to grow within the system and to create a churn which is very positive on our revenue side is what we believe as a management is a prudent policy at the moment. And this reflects in our consistent dividend policy over the last few years, where we have been declaring a conservative amount of dividend. But a point to be noted is since our IPO, there has been not a single year where dividend was not declared. So we have continually declared dividend, but yes, in the last few years, because we are retiring debt and using our internal accruals to grow, I think it's important to have a conservative dividend policy, and that is reflected in what you see over the last few years. Mr. Abhishek, your question in terms of employees numbers, I think I had mentioned the number, but we are at 1,123 permanent employees at the moment. It's also noteworthy that we were at 900 employees when we were almost half this size, which means our company has grown by getting our people to be working more efficiently. We have used automation, mechanization, and a lot of upskilling in order to ensure that we do not increase our people corresponding to the increase in our revenues. So we have managed to better utilize our people, to upskill them, and also to make sure that currently at 1,123 people, we are right skilled and sort of have adequate people in all key positions. In terms of other expenses, I think I had mentioned that cost control has been institutionalized across all departments. You will notice that there is significant improvement in many line items, and this is as a result of a very, very deeply entrenched cost control program. In fact, it will also be interesting to note that our team actually gets incentivized for every rupee that they save the company, and this not only makes it a robust way of actually rewarding employees for cost control, but also to institutionalize it across all the levels. In terms of your question on hybrid AGMs, I think there's a great suggestion. I mean, we used to have physical AGMs, and then COVID took us online, and right now we are on a virtual mode. The idea is because we have a very distributed set of shareholders, we certainly would like that everyone can attend this meeting, and hence this hybrid mode, this virtual mode option is currently what we are mentioning. Abhishek, you had also mentioned that the list of KMPs and SMPs is not there. I'd like to draw your attention on page 25 and 26 of the annual report, where the entire list of KMPs and SMPs with their qualifications is very clearly mentioned. And I would request that you go through that in order to get this information. In terms of plant visits and product samples, I think we have, again, a very distributed shareholder list. However, we have taken distributors to our plants at various points of time, and many of them are our shareholders as well. Coming to the queries of Mr. Garg, thank you very much for a very detailed set of queries that you came in by email. I'm going to address these one by one. In terms of discounts, there is nothing to be worried about discounts simply because we factor discounts into the base price of the product. So when the pricing of a product is decided, we decide the percentage of schemes that we are going to provide on this particular product. So it's not something that is coming as a result of uncertainty or as a result of any product push. In fact, our discounts actually create a pull towards the product because dealers see a significant amount of trade margins that they can earn on our product versus the competition. So the pricing policy of our company takes into account the discounts as a part of the headline price at the time at which the price is fixed and before the price lists go to the market. So it is very clear to us that there is a percentage that is factored in, and our profitability projection is taken on the net realized value or the NRVs, not on the gross levels, which means the NRVs that as long as we earn the NRVs, we know that we are well in line to achieve our profitability estimates. The gross revenue as actually already factors in these discounts. The reason that the discount percentages have grown is because our product lines have grown. And I'm very happy to see that you're actually looking, several years into the past when you are sort of giving your queries, and that shows good amount of interest in our company. But at the same time, the product lines, the market trends have changed. The product line has also expanded, and the expectations of our distributors have significantly increased as well. In order to maintain interest in a very specialized range of products where people need to spend significant amount of time and energy to create demand, we certainly believe that this kind of discounts are trade schemes that are inevitable and are now at about 22% approximately. But like I said, it's already factored into the headline pricing and therefore does not affect any estimates and is not something that is uncertain or is coming out of the blue. In order to look at the your other query in terms of you've talked about subsidiaries. Our revenue from subsidiaries came down because Amarac Chemicals was de-subsidized and today is an associate company, and therefore does not, the revenue line item does not reflect the associate company's revenues. And also that is exactly the same reason why the the total installed capacity figures came down, because the 60,000 tons of installed capacity at Amarac Chemicals, once it was de-subsidized, no longer remains part of our figures. Coming to the debt reduction, yes, we have reduced our debt, like I mentioned, significantly. The interest cost that you see is a combination of bank interest and interest given to our trade channel partners. So you will notice that we have reduced our working capital requirements because we have collected a significant amount of advances from our customers. Now this secures our future business and also keeps away competition. And the call that we took was to provide interest to our trade channel partners for up to 60 to 90 days. However, use this money to secure our own market share and also use the additional cash flow to retire the bank debt. So if you look at the total bank interest, the total interest of 22 crores, only about 6 crores is actually paid to banks for term loans and working capital loans. The rest actually accrues to the trade channel partners, and therefore you will see that the total interest may be high, but the interest paid to banks actually is significantly low part of the entire breakup. In fact, this breakup is also available in the P&L account schedules, and you're free to go through them in detail. Coming to your next question on Golden Harvest and the money that we have invested in our UAE subsidiaries. Golden Harvest had manufacturing operations and it has invested in Amarac Chemicals, as you very rightly pointed out. This was an investment that was made several years ago, and the factory of Amarac Chemicals had been shut down due to unavailability of power and also supply chain constraints. This factory is now operational, and against the guidance of about 9,000 tons that we had provided, 6,200 tons approximately was produced, and this was also mentioned in my chairman's speech a few minutes ago. So therefore, we have been able to revitalize that particular unit, which was shut for a few years, and therefore there was no movement in terms of the money that was due from those subsidiaries. However, right now, the plan is that the subsidiaries are now operational. In fact, we've had a significant growth in international business, as was mentioned a few minutes ago. And the subsidiary is now repaying Aries, has already repaid, in fact, like you have yourself mentioned, 109 to 104, some amount of money has come back. Even Amarac Chemicals has, even other current assets, advances to these companies has also come back. And you will notice that in about 3 to 4 years, we're looking at getting back this money in terms of product which this company will make for Aries, which means the company will repay Aries in terms of product and also is returning the money that is now due and therefore outstanding for the last few years. In terms of your question on our revenue growth and our profitability growth, you will appreciate that agribusiness is a highly cyclical business. We did have a down cycle a few years ago, as a result of which revenues and profitability did not grow to the extent required. But like I mentioned, in the last 5 years, I think we have scripted a turnaround story for our own company with a growth of 79% in revenues and also a very stable PBT percentage that you will notice across the board. You must also bear in mind that we have done this while reducing our working capital and debt simultaneously. So that is your question on cyclicality. You also had a query on contingent liabilities. I must mention that these contingent liabilities are largely due to the tax authorities making demands for which we have filed our own counters, and related cases which are currently in various stages of appeal or hearing will get disposed of from time to time, as is the usual due process. We are very confident that we are strong in terms of our tax provisions and also have made all possible steps to ensure that these cases are decided in our favor. Of course, the law takes its own course, and we are very confident that these contingent liabilities have been well provided for, and we will make sure that these cases are well heard and also well defended by our lawyers. In terms of your dividend, again, I think I answered your query on dividend. We currently have a policy which is a conservative dividend policy, which is due to the fact that we are using our internal accruals for our own debt management. Your query on movement of people, in fact, I just mentioned that we have increased our revenue significantly without increasing significant amount of people, and these people need to be made mobile. And the investment in vehicles that you also mentioned was because of the fact that we had to move these people efficiently into different markets and give them wider territories in order to service the market efficiently. And this required purchase of vehicles, and purchase of vehicles is an investment in building our markets, in market development, and certainly cannot be compared with a dividend policy, which is more on a PAT, out of a PAT sharing ratio, whereas this is an investment into the future in terms of getting our people mobile and moving in various parts of the country, and in 26 states, mobility is crucial. So I do hope that I have satisfied all the queries that were addressed in terms of our responses, and I certainly hope that shareholders will continue to remain supportive, and also that you will appreciate the work that has been done in the last several years in order to grow our business in extremely trying circumstances, and also under the shadow of climate change and very uncertain environmental conditions. So with this, we conclude the question session from the speakers. I now ask, I now would like to read the notice of the annual general meeting and take on the agenda items. Since the notice of the annual general meeting has been circulated to all members, I take notice of the AGM as read. The text of all resolutions, along with the explanatory statement, forms a part of the notice of the AGM and is circulated to all members. We now take up the resolutions set forth in the notice. Item 1, ordinary business, to receive, consider, approve, and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st of March 2024, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. and the audited consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year 31st March 2024, together with the report of the auditors thereon. The financial statements, including the board's report and auditor's report for the financial year ended 31st of March, have already been circulated to the members. Item number 2, ordinary business, ordinary resolution once again to declare dividend for the financial year ended 31st of March 2024 at the rate of rupee 1 or 10% per equity share on 1,30,04,339 equity shares of rupees 10 each of the company for the financial year ended 31st of March 2024, aggregating to 130.04 lakhs, payable to members whose names appear on the register of members of the company on 16th of September 2024. Item number 3, ordinary business, ordinary resolution to appoint a director in place of Mrs. Nitya Mirchandani holding DIN 06882384, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment. Item number 6, special business, ordinary resolution to appoint Dr. Shalesh Ramesh Karnik holding DIN 06976928 as the director of the company with effect from 14th of August 2024. Item number 5, special business, special resolution to appoint Dr. Shalesh Ramesh Karnik holding DIN 06976928 as an independent director of the company, not liable to retire by rotation and to hold office for a term of 5 consecutive years on the board of the company with effect from 14th of August 2024 up to 13th of August 2029. Item number 6, special business, ordinary resolution, ratification of the remuneration of the cost auditor in terms of Section 148 of the Companies Act 2013, read with the Companies Audit and Auditors Rules 2014. The resolutions as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. After combining the results of both remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM, the results will be announced within 2 working days from the conclusion of the meeting and shared with the stock exchanges and uploaded on websites of the company and CDSL. Thank you once again for joining this meeting today. I sincerely hope that you and your families stay safe and healthy in the years to come. I hereby declare this meeting as closed. As informed earlier, e-voting on resolutions as set out in the AGM notice shall continue to remain open for the next 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.
Sorry, Ji.